The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. There are fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Wobbly whistled. It was a beautiful summer's morning on the island of Sodor. Thomas was at the works. His whistle was broken. Sir Topham had arrived. He had a very special job for Thomas. The famous opera singer Alicia Botti is to arrive at Callan's station. She must be taken to town for a special concert this afternoon. Thomas, boomed Sir Topham, I need you to collect her from Callan and have her dropped off at Marin Station by tea time.
Yes, sir,
puffed Thomas. He was very excited. A workman walked up to Thomas. He looked worried. Thomas, your whistle isn't working properly quite yet. It isn't safe to travel with a broken whistle. Well, went on Sir Topham, I suppose Emily could.
No worries, sir, huffed Thomas. My whistle is ready now.
And Thomas puffed quickly out of the work shed. He didn't want another engine to get his special job. Soon Thomas arrived at Callan Station. James was there.
Oh my, called James. You sound like a broken down little engine, Thomas.
This made Thomas cross. Just then Alicia Botti walked out of the station and boarded in.
I don't want the other engines hearing my funny whistle,
Thomas huffed to himself. He steamed slowly out of the station. As Thomas puffed down the line, his signal was red. He had to stop. Emily was waiting with a train of flour to take to the flour mill.
Ha!
Laughed Emily.
What a funny whistle. Oh dear, Thomas thought to himself. Now Emily knows about my funny whistle.
The signal changed to green, and an embarrassed Thomas huffed quickly away. On his way to Marin Station, he noticed Bertie the bus. He was taking one of the back roads. Just then, an idea flew into Thomas's phone.
The other engines won't hear my funny whistle if I take the backtracks.
So, Thomas was switched onto an old branch line and was soon off the main line, away from the other engines. Thomas was making great time.
I'm such a clever engine,
he thought to himself. Just then, Thomas approached the switch track. It was a track he had never seen before. Neville was waiting in the siding.
Hello, Thomas,
called Neville.
You seem lost.
I'm not lost,
wheezed Thomas.
I'm just taking a shortcut.
And he huffed away. Later, Thomas arrived at another track he had never seen before. Ben was there.
Hello, Thomas. Are you on the right track? I've never seen you on this line before. I'm not lost,
Thomas huffed.
I know this line like the back of my buffers.
And he wished crossly away.
I'm not lost,
Thomas puffed to himself. With every wheel turn, Thomas knew he had to return to the main line. He was lost. At a junction, Thomas was switched back onto the main line.
Ah, well, said Thomas, as long as there are no other engines.
But just then he saw Toby on the line ahead. He was taking a train of tar wagons to Abbey Station.
Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. I must warn Toby.
But Thomas didn't want Toby to hear his funny whistle.
Toby, move now,
cried Thomas, but it was too late. Toby's train was off the track. Alicia Botti leaned out the window. Thomas, what is going on? You have been rushing around all day and now I'm going to be late. Thomas knew it was his fault. Toby was cross. Thomas, why didn't you whistle when you were coming? Thomas explained to Toby about his broken whistle. Well, Thomas, started Toby, you should never travel with a broken whistle. It's very... Just then the two heard a sound. It was Alicia Botti. She was singing to pass the time. This gave Thomas an idea.
Excuse me, ma'am,
Thomas called to Alicia Botti.
My whistle is broken. That's why I've been trying to avoid other engines all day. I didn't want them to make fun of my funny whistle, and it isn't safe to travel with a broken one. I'm sorry. But I have an idea. Perhaps you could sing a note to let the other engines know we are coming. Then we can travel safely.
Alicia Body smiled. You're a very clever engine, Thomas. I think that's a splendid idea, but we must hurry. As the station master phoned for the breakdown crane to get Toby back on the tracks, Thomas set off to Marin Station. Every time he passed another engine, Alicia Body sang a note, and the other engines kindly whistled in return. Thomas arrived at Marin Station just in time. Alicia Body thanked Thomas for the ride and walked into the station. And with that, Thomas headed back to the work shed. His whistle would soon be wonky,